Hello everyone, welcome to the live draw for the Doncaster Sheffield Airport beta. So today's going to be a couple of surprises. Obviously, I know it's relatively short notice this draw, but I do feel that the people that I've got, obviously I'm only selecting 3 people for the current beta build. Right, so what I've got is I've got a special wheel that I found on the internet that will do the draws. So the draws are going to be randomised. There's also going to be a special prize at the end, so anybody who's got Xbox, there's going to be a £10 gift card for you guys there. So whoever gets, so what I'll do is I'll spin the wheel. So it's currently it's 1 to 6. I will go over the people who's got over 1 to. Just bear with me. Oh, I've turned that part of the screen off. So these 6 people that's currently in for the beta draw. What I want to do is I want to show, before we get into it, obviously I want to explain what it's about, because I think we've got some new people that's come in today, and we'll crack on with the draw. Have a quick look around what I've been doing these last couple of, well, yesterday it was from the last video. This is the final stream, guys. It is an unplanned stream. I wanted to get the beta out there. I feel like it's ready to be out there for the beta. Once I get the feedback from you guys, I can look at improving it. So right, so the first bit you're going to see is I did an interview with Vulcan Trust. I will be pushing that video, guys, because it's something that we need to push. This project's passionate about the Vulcan. All the funds are going to the Vulcan Trust. So with your support, try and get this project as smooth as we can. Let's get it sold as much as we can, and let's get our Vulcan under a hanger. So in a minute, it's going to flick over to the other screen. You're going to see the basic intro, and I'm also going to demonstrate the trailer for the project. Some of you guys have seen it before, but it's only a short video, and then we'll start cracking on with the live draw. For the day that they've paid for, and it's going to be an exciting time.
Welcome to the Vulcan Engine Run experience. Liam from Perseverance Scenery Developers is here to conduct a special interview with the Vulcan Trust to see and hear the legendary Vulcan. This interview is part commitment Liam has made to donate the funds from the sales of his version of Doncaster Sheffield Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024.
Right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Obviously, you can find that trailer. It's mixed in with the interview with the Vulcan Trust, where I interviewed the CEO, Craig Shepherd, at Doncaster Sheffield Airport in front of the Vulcan. So if you're interested in that, you can find it on the YouTube channel. Right, so moving on. As you can see, I'm in the simulator for Doncaster Sheffield Airport. What I think I want to do is take you a quick walk around the terminal area, or use the drone camera to fly around it a bit quicker. And then we'll do the live draw. And then moving on from the live draw, we'll do. I'll take a look around the scenery with you guys and explain the sort of things that I need you to look for in performance, in particular cards. I know some people in the group have got 5090s. I'm running 5080s, so I'm expecting the 5090s to perform wonderfully. I'm looking at the generations before frame generation, so any generations like the 30 series or the 20 series, I want to know what the performance is for that, because I think they're going to be the trickiest ones to optimize. Right, so I'm just going to end that other video, close that, make sure that we've got what we need up. Make sure the spin wheel's ready to go. Right, that's ready to go. So moving around the terminal, I did get some feedback that it was looking like a ghost town. Well, I've made a start. So we've now got animated people in. This is going to be the big one, guys. So performance, these are the default ones. So obviously they change this guy, oh no, this lady here, and these guys here. Everybody there changes. So every time you load the sim up, they change from where they basically just change who they are. So one minute that could be a different person. That you get the image. So suitcases and stuff, they're objects, guys, so they won't change, so the objects will stay the same. We need to decide, do we want non-animated people in it or animated? The problem is, we animated, it's going to use a lot of memory, and we'd have to try and keep it to minimum people around the terminal to get maximum performance. I'm currently going, bear in mind, guys, I am streaming as well as running 4 screens and other things in the background, so I'm not expecting me top tier performance. So I'm getting roughly about 160. So normally I get about 180, 190 with frame generation turned on. I am running at 2K, guys. I don't tend to run 4K anymore on Flight Simulator because I don't really see any difference in it, to be honest with you. We've also I've got aircrafts dotted around. They're in sim built aircraft, guys, so they're not the actual aircrafts that I've put in. They're just ones that I've put in because I know somebody said it was a bit ghostly, so I thought I'd try and see what it looks like with default aircraft and just try and fill it in to make it a bit more fun, the video. Right, so I've done a bit of detail in here, and obviously I want to make it multicultural, I want to make it enjoyable, I want to make it for everybody. So one thing that's missed from scenery designs, I know this is, and it's a flight sim, guys, and it's not important, but for me it is. So I'm going to look at some models where we've got people who's got disabilities, like where they're in wheelchairs and stuff, and I just think that just shows that we care, and just adding stuff, because obviously I've added the wheelchairs there, where you can get a wheelchair around the airport and stuff, which was there previously. So I just want to add a bit of a mixture to the scenery, and just trying to bring it more what you'd expect. And obviously, like I said in the last one, I'm going into details where you can see the plaques and stuff. So, but we'll get on to the live draw. We'll do the second live draw, which will feature a £10 gift card for the Xbox, which you can use it on the PC as well, I believe. What I'll do is I'll private chat with you when that comes, and we'll get the voucher bought. Right. So everybody should know their numbers. I did have. I'm just gonna have a look on the file desktop. Just making sure that I've got the file still. Photoshop's loading up, guys, because obviously I did it on Photoshop. I did it all in short notice. Just bear with me, because Photoshop's just gone on my fourth screen, which is not actually used as a screen, it's just used as a display. Right, so you have to forgive me if I get any of these names wrong. The first one that put it in was Marcus. The second one was Camboya. The third one was Josh. Fourth one was Aerodacia. 5 was Chamrons, and number 6 was March 2019. Right, so we've got six people there. Don't need a massive amount of people to beta test it currently. I'm trying to keep it small and local for now, because I'm going to be communicating with you guys to find out your experiences, and obviously I don't want hundreds and hundreds of people to try and get this project over the line. So let's start. So it's just a spin. I'll just spin the wheel and it'll come up on the screen what the winner's going to be. So let's start with the first one. So these 3 winners, guys, 3 winners, and then there's a potential 4th winner for the Xbox voucher. So let's start with the first one. Number 6, Mr. March 2019. He's currently running a 5090, so obviously I'm expected to perform on that one. Congratulations to you. Right, the next one. Go on, guys, in the comment, who thinks that they're going to get your number called up first? I'll give you a couple of minutes, because I know the stream's a bit behind. We've got a few people in here. I'm hoping for mine. Aviation Today. Which one's your name on the tag that I mentioned, because it's not matching the Discord? Number 1. Ah. Right. Let's go again. Guys, if we get 6 again, obviously we'll have to spin it again. It is a 1 to 6. I was going to reduce it to 1 to 5, but I feel like if I keep it to 1 to 6, it'll just keep that same amount of numbers, if you get what I mean. Number 3, we have Josh, who again is running a fantastic i9 1400 KF with an RTX 5070 Ti. Now the 5070 Ti does feature frame generation, which obviously is fantastic. So guys, one thing I didn't announce, and I thought I'd keep it halfway through the spins, I'm also going to be doing 2 extra spins, or will receive. I know we are raising funds for the Vulcan Trust, but I also value my customers and the community, and I think 2 free versions will be donated to one of you guys, or to 2 of you guys. So you've got a chance. This is the beta. We'll do the 2 random ones where someone's going to win the final version when it comes out, and then we'll also get the Xbox One out of the way as well. So just bear with me, guys. I'm having to take note of these 2. Right. So we had number 6, Marsh, and number 3, which is Josh. So congratulations. We're going to move on to the final spin for the beta. There may be potential other spins for betas later on, depending on how far we get with the project, but it is almost over the line, guys. So I think after the feedback from you guys, I think we're going to get over the line. So let's get the final spin for the beta, move on to the actual full versions for you guys. Number 5, congratulations, Mr. Chamrons. So he's running a Ryzen 5 500 32GB with DDR4 and a 3050 8GB with 2TB SSD. So, Mr. Chamrons, that'd be brilliant. Obviously, it's the graphics card that we've been looking for, particular. So, obviously, see how it performs on there, which will be interesting. It's not over, guys, so if you guys have been looking for the beta, you may have a chance to win the full version just shortly. So the full version hasn't got a release date as you expected, but I do hope it comes out before GTA 6. I think everybody hopes that. And we'll move on to the next part, which is the full versions and then the Xbox. I've just seen up comments, Mr. Rodessa, 4's your lucky number. We all have his lucky number, but unfortunately his lucky number never comes out. I think we've all done that. But you never know, it could be lucky on the full version. So the first version, which is going to be spun right now, get ready. Number 3, Josh again. It's your lucky day, Josh. Bear with me, guys, I am documenting everything that I've got. So obviously, because of the number, guys, I like to throw tricks in. I like to add an extra beta, but I don't think it's the best idea because there's people that's really wanting this beta to give it a go, and I'd love to do it, but obviously I need to try and keep it to a small amount at the moment. Obviously, I'm sure you'll understand. I don't want to get over the line, but I do need to make sure that I keep it in a tight bubble, so when it does come to release, it's not been leaked everywhere, guys. So when you do look at the video, not the video, sorry, when you do explore the scenery and you do post it, you can post anything that you want on it. Just obviously don't post the files on flightsim.to and don't post it on any pirate sites, because that would just go against the value, obviously, what we stand for, of the Vulcan Trust and the community. So it would be taking the money from the Vulcan that we're trying to save and get the hangar. Now, I did notice a comment in one of the previous stream, which wasn't very nice, and it's not from anybody who's currently in the video stream now. But I do have to make sure that I do monitor it, guys. So obviously, let's just keep the peace, because obviously we've got people from all over the world, different backgrounds, and just try to respect each other, please, because that person has now been removed from the community. So I did have to get that out. But anyway, let's move on to the final draw. So obviously Josh has already won the full version, so he can't win a second full version, guys. So there's another spin that we can do. So Fly with Cam, if you can, I've just seen your comment. If you can comment because some people's names in Discord is completely different to what they've actually got, as what I've been sent on Discord. So your YouTube is different, can be different to your Discord. So if you can please tell me your Discord name, and then I can tell you if you've won or not. So yours is number 2. So Mr. Camboya. Unfortunately, your number's not been drawn out. So currently the beta the beta builds have just been done. So Mr. Marsh has won the first one. Josh has won the second one, and Cameron's has won the third one. However, I am also doing the 2 full build versions. So when it gets released, you'll get that full version for free. And obviously, in due course, I'll be in contact with you to make sure that you get that full version. So obviously, Josh was the lucky person to win both on that. However, his numbers come out again, which he can't have 2 full versions. So there's another spin for an outstanding full version. There's also another spin for where any of you guys can win a Xbox £10 voucher. And I think just because I feel like the disappointment I can feel, even though everyone's been respectful in the group, I feel like that there's people in here that's followed the project and stuff like that, and I would like to put another spin for a free Santoft airfield of my project, so you can experience my type of work and what I do. So I think I'll throw an extra spin, guys, for Santoft airfield if you haven't already got it, for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, and that is currently available on Sim Market. And if you get that spin, you'll receive it for free. So let's spin the final full version of Doncaster Sheffield Airport spin. Number 5, Mr. Chamlins. Obviously, you've got the beta and you've just been lucky enough to get the full version. Obviously, it was a number 1 to 6. So number 4, Mr. Rodosa. Unfortunately, your lucky number's not been on this one. However, there's still the Santoff version and there's still the others. That doesn't mean that you guys can't be part of this journey. This is just the initial beta. I may look at other betas, but obviously I've got to make decisions. We are getting close to the finish line, but obviously I do want you guys to be part of the journey. So please don't take it to heart. It's fact of life. I mean, the only thing I've ever won is £10 at bingo, guys. So I haven't got the best numbers. So right, so let's write this down. So you get the full version for Mr. Chamlins. And we're going to do the Xbox voucher first and then the Santa. Remember, the voucher's worth £10, guys. That can probably get you some sceneries. I think on Microsoft Flight Sim, if you can do it that way, or you can get something on the Xbox for it, or the Xbox store. Right, guys. Obviously, because you know I like to tease everybody. Who's gonna win the Xbox voucher? Put in the comments. Are you going for hat-trick, Josh? We'll soon see. Oh, Mr. Camboya. So if you are interested, obviously, you told me you used to work at Doncaster Sheffield Airport. I do go to Santoft, and I do occasionally have breakfast down there. So if you ever wanted to meet up and speak about Doncaster Sheffield Airport, and obviously help me with the project, if you want to, you can. I'll be sent off to some parts of the weekends. Not necessarily every weekend, but obviously I'll let people know where you can meet me if you do want to meet me in person. I tend to go there quite a lot. But if you want to help, so Cam, if you want to help with the project, you can message me at any time. If there's anything that I need, I'm sure you're the man to go to. So just let me know if you're interested. Right, guys. So obviously I don't want to be leaving everybody too long. So let's get the Xbox spin now. Oh, that was lucky. We have just scraped number 2. So Cam, you're running a i9 1400 KF of 4070. I've just realised when I read the specs out earlier on, Marcus, it's because you sent me a picture of your specs, and I'm looking. I think I need glasses, to be fair. I mean, I read off the specs off Mr. Cam's earlier on, so forgive me on that one. But yeah, so number 2, Camboya, you've won the £10 voucher. So obviously, message me when you after the stream, and I'll tell you how we can do that. It's just simple. I just buy the voucher and I just give you the code, and you enter the code into the store. So the only person I can see that's not won anything is Mr. Odessa, guys. I'm sure there's something I can sort for him. We'll have a look into it. So right, one more spin, guys. So one more spin. Who wants the Santoff version? Who hasn't got Santoff Airfield and has never experienced it? Put it in the comments, and then we'll spin it and we'll see who can win it. If you've already got it, guys, it's up to you if you want it, because you can spin it your number. But if you want to donate it to somebody, you can. Right, spinning it now. That was very close. That was very close. So number 2, Camboya, you've won the Santoft Airfield for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, which is on Sim Market. So you do need. So my guys, these projects are not on the Xbox directly. I'm still waiting for approval from the store, so it is PC only, guys. So PC only. So if you have one Santoff, there's other things I can do for you if you want to donate your copy of that Santoff to someone else. If you're only on the Xbox, unfortunately, I can't get it on because you've got to get approved. And like every other developers, there's many waiting. We're in a queue. So if you've won the Santoff and you're only on Xbox, donate it to someone in the group of your choice. Just pick a number, and obviously, just let me know. This is why you're never at Vegas. Well, me and you, brother. Me and you. So Cam, I'm just looking now. Another reason I decided to do the stream with just the 6 people on here, guys, is because I felt that you guys are the most loyalist out of everybody else that has been in the group by messaging and quite frequent. We're getting new members every day. They're welcome to join in the spins. Everyone was welcome. But I felt like the people that we got, I thought, do you know what? Let's get it done today, because the people that have already messaged me, they're the ones that have been the biggest part of my journey so far. So thank you to you guys for that. Santoft Right guys, so we've come to the end of the spin. Right, but what I'm going to do is, just for Odessa, I'm going to do a random spin and see if his number comes up, guys. His number's number 4, guys, so we're going to do it till we get a number 4. We're going to have to, we've got to do it. And we'll knock it down by 1 digit at a time till we get to number 4. Wow. Odessa, you're not got a good lucky number. Let's go down to 5. I mean, you've got less people now, so let's see if we can get your number. No, we've got to have fun on stream. Typical, absolutely typical. We had to remove one person just to get your number up, but not to worry. Look, I think this is kind of good, guys. So I think every couple of months or so, I might do a free copy of Santoff. So, and obviously when Doncaster comes out, we'll do that as well, and we'll get people to free versions and stuff, and we'll make it fun because I don't think many developers do this. I can understand why, is it a business point of view, but if you're like me and you love making sceneries and you don't care about profit, that's do you know what I mean? It's the fun. Alright, so let's get rid of this. But I admit I did like that wheel, I did enjoy it. I could have pressed that all night. Right guys, so obviously I'm expecting people to slowly drop off now, because it normally after the draws it normally goes. So we're going to be looking for some certain particular issues with the project. In fact, let me close. In fact, no, I'll keep that up. I'll put that there. Just to let you know the issues that we should expect. Maybe performance, so as you can see it's 47, 57 FPS. That is because when you go off a screen onto another screen, your frame generation turns off. So if I put my mouse back onto here, it's back. Right guys, so what issues are we having? So we should expect flickering in the lights. Now this is not fixable until Microsoft fix it on their end. So if I turn it night time, we should get some flickering. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's fixed. Right now I can't see any flickering. So we're not flickering, which is a good thing, guys. So that's a bonus that we're absolutely not flickering. So I want to make this terminal fun, guys. I want to add some extra stuff. So for example, here this is the oversized baggage area. So I want to put I'm thinking some push chairs, maybe wheelchairs, suitcases, or not suitcases, oversized bags with some people here. Probably find some staff to go behind these desks. Obviously, I've one thing that is the light up, guys, so all the computers work, and obviously the details so you can read them. This is the thing we're looking for, guys. So if you look at this, can you see how it's different colour? And this one, these two are the exact same models, and I did notice I fixed one but I didn't fix the other, and it's just a simple render. So it's things like we're looking for that. So I need people to take screenshots of things like this, send me a picture of it, tell me what the problem is, and I'll see if I can fix it and stuff. So there's going to be collision mesh issues and stuff like that. I tell you what, let's go in. Let's go.
You need to stop the engines to request ground services.
Because you can actually get not just see things, but I forgot how to turn it off. That. So I'm trying to turn the flashlight off. I need the flashlight off because I hate the flashlight on this sim. Controls. Flash. So it's Alt F. So I have been pressing it right. It's just. So I can't turn the flashlight off because I think it's because my FSUI PC needs updating, which is not to worry about. So guys, some of you guys are seeing this scenery. again, did you see that flicker, guys? I think that might just be an hiccup in the computer. My CPU is currently at 100 degree. Wait, yes, 100 degrees, guys. It is hot, this room. I am running i9, so it is a very hot chip. And I think this room's roughly about 32 degrees near enough in this room, because I've got a 3D printer running in the background as well, so that's generating 200 degrees from the nozzle, so it's a very hot room at the minute. I'm definitely going to get a shower after this video. Right, guys, doors should be so you can walk into doors and stuff. Obviously this door you can't, it's a fire door, so I'm going to leave that one so you can't walk in. This is the main door. You'll see some flickering, guys, in the glass. That is a Microsoft issue. It doesn't like glass via glass, so if you know what I mean. So obviously they're sliding doors and there's no way I can do that, so I've tried. So that flickering is just how it is. It's more noticeable at nights with the reflections and stuff. So obviously again we've got people dotted around, so we can kind of see what we're going for. The cars over there, there's two types of cars, guys. There's the Microsoft default and the proper Microsoft one. Yeah, the problem I've got is time, buddy. So obviously I planned this project in early 2024, just before my daughter was born, and I did it and I come up with the idea, and I started the way forward on the project through. In fact, funny enough, it's another guy called Josh from Impulse Simulations who actually helped me with the roof. He told me how to do the roof, and obviously I 3D modelled the roof myself. But doing what you mean with scenery assets and stuff, there's no way I can asset strip it down. I'm still relatively new to scenery design. This one's taking all my energy. Santoff one, I did that twice, and obviously you can see the clear difference from 2020 to 2024. And obviously this version's got, this Doncaster project's the biggest project that I've ever taken on. It's probably going to be the biggest one that I'm ever going to do. Oh, another thing, guys, I didn't mention on the last video, Netherthorpe Airfield. So I believe it was Rodessia that actually said to me, can you model this airfield? And I did actually visit the airfield, but obviously I was supposed to be told 2 weeks ago. In fact, it's a bit longer than 2 weeks ago. I reckon it's about 3 or 4 weeks ago now since I did the Vulcan video. I actually left Doncaster Sheffield Airport with the interview with Craig Shepherd and went to Netherthorpe in Sheffield. They told me that they're going to get in touch with the committee whether I can 3D render the airfield. They never got back in touch, so unfortunately I'm not going to go out my own way for that airfield if they're not wanting to be portrayed in the way that I hope to portray them. Oh, that's a bit interesting. I think flickering, yeah, so that's the flickering we're looking for, guys. So that's the flickering that we have issues with Microsoft that we can't seem to fix. And funny enough, it only seems to do it when it's near that plant pot, which is a bit unique. So I think what we're going to have to do with this, guys, is for low-end PCs, and I'm just going to have to put a disclaimer that it's not built for low-end PCs, but I didn't know how to do full-on asset loads before, and obviously to strip this airport fully down, you would probably talk another year and a half worth of work unless somebody helped me with it. Before I knew about how to do loads, I did try to reach out to the community, but obviously, in all honesty, the developer communities can be quite toxic. There's some people that's really good that'll help you. I mean, Josh Impulse Simulations has really helped me out. There's another one, forgive me, I forgot your name. He didn't. It did help, but there's loads of others that didn't help or they weren't interested in helping. And there's not enough videos to help you. If you don't know how to do it, it's all self-taught, guys. So we'll see how we get on with this. But I can see some people are leaving now, so obviously I want to try and keep it interesting because obviously I need you guys to look for these sort of issues to make sure that they're working out. So for example, Practical Geek did a test about 6 months ago, and the logos were flashing the lights, and the logos weren't there. But I think that's now rectified. So just keep an eye out for that, guys. So the main things is the things that I've seen and the things that I don't see, because as a developer you become tunnel visioned. You miss bits. you miss collision meshes and stuff. So obviously we're not going to go down there because you've already seen that sort of area. And I can proudly say the stairs actually work, whereas last update didn't. And obviously you've got the collision meshes on the barriers, guys, so you can't just randomly fall off the stairs and break your neck. Again, in the last video I did mention that DSA is having a update on the terminal, so I could easily, well I say easily, it's not easily, it's rebuild the airport. Now because I know how to do LODs, I think I can add a lot more detail in it, guys. So obviously extra TV screens, extra detail, just by adding LODs in, because when you're on the plane, I want to make sure these LODs, because at the side of the terminal, you don't need to see it. If you're at the opposite side of the terminal, you only need to see this when you're here. So we'll see around. So let's take daytime, because obviously I know we like the lights and stuff, but the lights is almost, well, it's actually finished, but let's get rid of the annoying lights. So obviously this area, guys, there's not many, I don't think there's any bugs here. These are not to have collision meshes, so you can walk around these. And the reason why I've done that is because I don't want people having to walk around a million barriers just to get to where they need to be in the scenery. Obviously fast track, guys, you can just go through here, and if you're on fast track you would go this way, and if you're on these other tracks you would go down this way. But I believe this has all been ripped out now. I may be wrong. I know the security area where it currently is supposed to be getting moved. Just bear with me, guys, a second. Right, I'm back, guys, sorry about that. I just had to nip off screen a second. Right, so the security area, there's still some more detail to go here, some signs and stuff like that. So Cambodia, this is where you'll come in. So if you can really help me with this project, that I'd absolutely appreciate that. There's certain areas that I can't see and certain areas that unfortunately that should be modelled. I don't think I've modelled it exactly 100%, but I am working from videos, guys, so I'm on, like, I'm just struggling with what I can do on certain things. Oh, right, guys, so this area is about 250 FPS, so a massive increase from the last one. That's the downgrade of animated objects, guys. So you lose about 30 FPS on frame generation, which is equivalent to like 2 FPS, 3 FPS on the models that I've built. Not built, sorry, that I put in. So we've got to take into consideration, do we want the art of the terminal or do we want the experience? That is what you guys need to decide. And that's what you guys are going to show me what we can do. So obviously I've got some more desks and stuff here for LODs. I'm glad I didn't put them in. I'm glad I can now do it as an update on what I'm planning on for the next project. Well, not for the next project, sorry, on the next update for this. So I might look at back in the terminal, because the exterior of the terminal is almost finished. Going up here, guys, we shouldn't experience like too many issues. So the glass here, guys, so that is another issue that I mentioned. That is, I know about that, but I've not got to this glass yet, unfortunately, as I'm trying to still build the scenery up. I do bug fix. If it annoys me, it gets to the point where I can see it and it annoys me straight away, I have to fix it. But stuff like that, I'll just fix towards the end. You've got your bar here, guys, so obviously this is designed to be closed off, so you can't walk at the opposite side because it's not really relevant. And obviously the premium lounge, and that's that. So obviously you guys have all seen these, so I'm not going to walk around the scenery and bore you anymore with some of you guys have already seen this. I know you really want to experience it in your Sims, so we're going to get that process starting now. So what I'm going to do is the final update for you guys. I'm going to go into camera. Sorry, I'm used to a drone camera. What we're looking for is things like this. So, for example, when you're starting the aircraft, it's starting that close to barrier. That's not right. It should be starting there where I put the wheel. So the wheel should be there. But for some reason, it's starting there. So I need to look at the pads where they start. So for example, they're all starting above the yellow line. So the yellow markers, they're starting above, which is confusing why. So I need to figure out why that is. I'm sure I can fix that. So we've got them in place now. So these here guys are not permanent aircraft, they're just default. So they're just what spawning. So I need to figure out, because they're all the same, they're all starting a bit too far forward. So we need to figure out that. But what's important is that the aircraft are actually showing. Now, excuse me, there's no aircraft landing or taking off. I think that's purely because the airport's closed. I've not done any test flights, guys, so I need somebody to test the ILS for me. So if you can test the ILS, please let me know if it works. Obviously, I haven't got the time to test it right now because I'm full on trying to get the scenery done. This is why I decided to do it the way I'm doing now with the live stream, is because I feel like I need to minimise the live streams and focus on get the project over the line. I know, because it just seems like that I've done stream after stream after stream, which clearly doesn't work in some ways, in some capacity, if you know what I mean. This guy's, for some reason, keeps spawning here. I don't know why that is. I'm trying to figure it out. That is a 3D model that is got to be linked to this, but for some reason it shouldn't be. That should never be there. So we'll have to figure out what that is. There's a building as you can see, this area needs work. It's not gotten to that yet. And to finish off the areas that I'm looking at, so as you can see, all the taxiways, the runways are in place. Taxiway signs need finishing. I'm trying to get access to the airport to get the actual signs done, but I'm having issues on that side, purely because of the issues with the airport going on in real life. So that grass texture needs matching with that. As you can see, fencing, I'm slowly working my way around. I've done 99% of the airport, or not 9, about 95% of the airport, where you've got full collision mesh fence where you can't actually walk through that fence, and I've done the full perimeter. So that has took me a fair few days to get that done. Coming down here, which is what I did yesterday. So I recently put these buildings in, slowly adding detail in. This is the ATC area. I have started work on this building. There's another building to add here, which is already started work, which is the other building to this, roughly same sort of design. And we've also been working on the fire station and the puddle, like drainage things down there. So we have got the fire engines coming in place and stuff. So there you go, guys. That's what we've been working on. It's down to you guys now to tell me what needs improving, how we can do it, and I have to take it on board. So again, thank you for everybody who's supported me throughout this project. Thank you to everybody who's won the beta, the 2 copies of the full version, and the Xbox voucher and the Santoft. So thank you for that, Eridessa. I know I feel like you're the only person that's missed out on something, so I'm gonna look at what I can do. Obviously, I've got to remember that there's other people that wanted to come in that's not been able to get in, but because you was in and you're the only person that's missed out, I feel like we have to do something, guys. So if anybody can private message me what you think we should do for Aerodessa, please let me know in the comments. And yeah, we'll see you again. Thank you. Ta.